Alright, we are back from the break. And let me go ahead and I actually meant to do this all before, but shift everyone back to their quarters for now. So Lafdul, you're planning on just staying with the elven vessel back to Bral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Just spending time with elves. It's been a while.
No problem. Alright, so you do make it back to Bral. It takes a little bit longer than it would have otherwise.
Ord.
Yep.
Can Braxon have a good look round and work out how a man of war works?
Sure. I mean, you're somewhat familiar with them already anyway.
Yeah. He's not spying on anything except how the ship works.
Right. Well, were you planning on being on that ship on the trip back to Bral?
Yeah, unless we're so short of people that Higgimus needs someone to spot.
You are the first officer on another ship.
Yeah, I mean, you're the first officer and you do
could
command...
ask Lafdul.
Alright, yeah. Okay, well, Braxton have a good look round while he's doing the repairs and then go back.
Okay. I mean, the major repairs will be happening in dry dock anyway, so...
Yeah. It's only to stop people falling down holes and breaking their ankles and stuff.
Yeah, making sure it's not going to have problems flying.
Split apart, yeah.
Okay. As you approach Bral, an elven vessel comes out to meet you, and it signals their appreciation for your support of the Sparrowhawk, and informs you that they'll take it from there.
All right. I'd say that something along the lines of you're welcome from the Company of Broken Sword, and anytime.
Okay.
Any time?
Well, we owe him favors, so.
Yeah.
That is true, you do.
Oh. You've added a list of places.
I have, yeah. I wanted to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see what's around.
Nice.
So, yeah, there is now big long list of the places. Since I have.
Is that a new map too?
No, it's not a new map.
Nice.
I want to put the new map in, but that requires me to do something else. I need to scan in mine and do some major image editing, and I just haven't taken the time. I haven't hooked up my scanner, for one thing. It's still on the shelf. Let's see. So, with Lafdul away, you guys wouldn't get all of your hit points back, but,
Yeah.
Not Verantra.
Well, she's now lost all of the rest of her spells, so, on the back and forth. But it does take you 2 days to get back to Bral.
So Brax is up to 5.
Actually, I mean, with some
you got
additional
the temporary
stuff,
healing potion.
He's got the temporary healing potions, so I'll take both of those.
Well, you both get 20 hit points back, since I think you're really the only two that are injured at the moment. Just for now, just in case anything happens. You know, with stuff going on, you would have gotten 20 hit points.
Is that including the temporary healing potions?
That's, yes.
No.
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Because they would have durations that would start expiring on days that I'm away.
Well, they're gonna get various healing stuff, rest, etc. They'll get 20 hit points just for simplicity's sake.
Yep.
Okay.
Just in case anything happens. So you pull in to the Bral docks and are greeted by an agent of the harbor master. And you know, once the formalities are taken care of, you're charged the fees. So that is going to be air tax of 1 silver piece per ton, water service of 1 silver piece per 5 tons, and a docking fee of 1 electrum piece per ton. That'll come out to 50 gold pieces and 4 silver pieces in total.
All right, I'll hand over the money.
Okay, so you are back. It has been actually quite a while since you were gone. You may not have realized exactly how long you were going to be gone, but you did warn people that you would be gone for a while, prepaid stuff in advance. And what do you guys want to do?
Well, we could see if you're off still there.
Yeah. Well, I did prepay for a bit of that. I don't know if I prepaid enough though. But yeah, I'll have to go check in with the office. I give people leave. We will need to sell stuff.
Yep.
I will ask Lafdul when he has some free time if he could please take a look at the chest that we.
I will real fast. Basically, all of your crew are, once they get their payouts, they're going to leave, and you're going to get whole new crew next time you go out someplace. You know, they've been on a long journey. They're going to want to move on to other things once they get their payout.
Yeah.
Yep. And I will be giving the gift that survived extra smoke powder as well.
Okay.
I think it'd be worth, well, at least Lafdul going to the Elven Navy and going over exactly what he got from the Pirates of Giff. Because that's going to be strategically advanced to them.
Didn't we tell the elves there?
Yeah, you did. I mean, you can inform them here too, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I think we should tell all elves we see.
Do they not talk to each other?
Well, they do.
Yeah,
but it takes time for messages to get transmitted.
If we go somewhere, we might get there before this is.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, at some point in time, I'll send a missive over to the elves, asking for an audience with somebody there to let them know some of the things that we've discovered.
Okay.
Important intelligence.
All right. Let's see. So there are some, you know, I mean, you've been gone for quite a while. In fact, you've been gone basically like 11 months, I think.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
We were declared dead.
Your clerk, your secretary in your office is quite happy to see you return.
Did you compensate her for, like, here's your wage, you collect it at a bank or something? How does that work out?
Yeah, I mean, you could have set up a bank account to pay that out and like do that kind of thing. I'm actually looking around for where I put her name, because
Esselor.
Okay. I have it somewhere, but I don't remember where
I have it in my notes.
Notice the shakiness in Old's confidence when he's like having to trust under the PC characters.
And yet I trust you guys to handle the money. Okay, so there are quite a few you know, like stories buzzing around, stuff like that, if you want to see what the news is, but you'll have to actually like search that out.
Laughter will be when he's selling items and stuff, because I need to do that fairly soon before I visit the Thieves Guild, because I don't have any money, and I need to get money.
Okay. What do you want to do? Like, I mean, you're probably going to be trying to sell stuff off within the first couple days, and because the crew are going to want their money pretty quick too.
Yeah. So we need to get the money stuff taken care of. Higgimus has got business stuff to take care of with his office. See what's going on there. We got, like I said, sell stuff. We have to get those rugs prepared to sell.
Oh, those rugs.
Cleaned.
What are they like? Snaftel might have one of those rugs as his cut. Depending on how valuable they are.
They're fine elven carpets.
Lafdul has fine elvish furnishings in this room?
Yeah, they're quite beautifully made. Go ahead and let's see. What is your appraisal?
13.
13?
I believe so. It's based off my intellect, which is 13.
Yeah, those are once cleaned, those things would be worth a pretty penny. You'd think if you were to buy something of this quality, it would go, probably cost you around 700 to 800 gold.
Did we have to skip going to our asteroid because we came back with the elves?
I'll say that you made a stop. I couldn't remember if you had stopped there beforehand or not. So no, you didn't. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you stopped at the asteroid, picked up Alador Silvercloud, Yeldan's master, and they're gonna hang around.
Terraformed?
They're gonna hang around. Nah, there's been some substantial changes, but not like it still needs a lot of work.
Is there anything they need us to bring back?
We'll handle that later.
Just a list.
Okay.
You'll have time. All right, so Yeldan and his master will be around in Bral for a few days before really looking for a ship off back to realm space.
Braxon will propose we all have a last dinner together or something.
Oh, this is something I'm going to do for my backstory, my character. But Lafdul would ask Yeldan to give a missive back to his family since he's going back to realm space.
Okay.
Basically telling them I'm still alive.
Higgimus will also put out a I don't know, what would you call it? A help wanted ad for new officers for a ship.
Well, you don't really think of the rest of the party as really officers. I mean, they are officers, but there's a different, like, you wouldn't just go hiring.
We're a company.
Like, the fact that the fact that Yeldan is leaving doesn't mean that you're immediately going to be looking for a replacement.
Well, new crew at least, definitely.
Yeah, you'll definitely be looking for new crew, but you're really going to be looking for new crew closer to when you decide to do something.
Okay.
Like, you don't currently have plans on immediately leaving here. Like, you don't have anything, anywhere to go, any place to do, anything to do at the moment.
We've got several weeks worth of repairs, so Braxon could do the repairs with a minimal crew before we hire lots of crew.
Okay.
Yeah, you could say that you keep some of them on to finish up repairs if you wanted to do it that way. Okay. Like, just enough.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd stick around for repairing the ship. That's low risk, isn't it?
Especially if they're getting paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lafdul, do you want to have Lafdul look at the box?
Yes, please.
All right.
Lafdul looks at box.
You are. What do you want to do? It's the obsidian box.
See if there's any. Just admire the box.
It's a very nice box.
Does it have any...
In fact, you would say that the box itself is valuable. 200-ish?
Is it like the... Yeah, it's pretty good for a box, I suppose. Yeah, it's actually worth a small fortune. Does that box remind me of the box that I found the Rod of Lordly Might in?
Not at all.
No, because that had like a combination thing.
No, this is just a... It's a very nice, high-quality box with obsidian panels.
Were you assuming like a day's pass? Because I would be using... I would use the magic.
You could definitely get some rest before you look at it if you wanted.
Yeah, because I would use detect magic on it just to know if I'm getting any magical emanations from it.
It is not detecting as magic. The boots are, however.
Well, I'm not surprised considering they resisted being chewed up.
And you can't tell what kind of magic is on the boots.
No. I say love at the magical. You have to look at them at some point. Alright, no, the lockbox. Yeah, I will find remove traps, but, well, observing any like writing on it or sketching, etching?
You don't see any writing on it. It looks more like a display or jewelry box.
Can I try my 5% read languages for any warning signs?
There's no writing on it at all.
Ah. Alright.
And you don't believe that the locking mechanism or the box itself has any trap.
I'll let you borrow my fire protection ring in case you want.
No, that's why I used the detect magic.
Okay.
I mean, it might be traps, but I'm not going to rely on
Could
detect
have a
traps each
physical
time.
fire trap.
Yeah, I will take most precautions, take most of my equipment off, apart from my regeneration ring and the ring of protection.
All right, you can try to pick it.
Yep.
Okay, it's not too difficult. Takes you only about 2 minutes of work before you
That's
hear
surprisingly fast.
the click of the lock, and you can lift the lid back if you choose.
Yep.
Okay. Inside, you find a resting on kind of a velvet. The interior is lined with velvet. Is resting a very beautiful gold necklace with about a half dozen small, clear, faceted stones.
Would my detect magic would have lasted throughout that?
Yes,
Let's check the duration.
it would have. Yes, it would have.
Oh, yeah, it's his turn.
Yeah.
Plus rounds. Anything magical?
Nope.
Yeah. What is this? A necklace?
A gold necklace with a half dozen small, clear, faceted stones. You believe those are diamonds, and you believe the whole ensemble would fetch around 5,000 gold pieces.
There's nothing about this necklace that stands out. No hallmark, no manufacturing mark.
Not really. It's very beautiful.
No?
It's very nice. It's very expensive.
Mm. Yeah. Someone want to try it on? I'm not.
Was it magical at all?
No. At some time, we found an item that didn't radiate its magic until we identified it, so maybe it has got magic.
I doubt.
We don't-
Doubt Higgimus could put it around his neck even if he tried.
If it's not magical, no. Oh, what's the worst that could happen? Lafdul will try. He's got his ring of regeneration on just in case.
Nothing happens that you know of.
Yay!
That you know of.
Yes. Can I take it off?
You can indeed take it off.
Ah, that's good to know.
Does his
Oh,
head
just-
drop off when he takes it off?
No.
No, it's just a pretty necklace, apparently.
Yep.
Anything else?
No. Not really.
I'd probably sell the box and the necklace together because it'd be like a nice keeping case.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better way of selling items like that.
What type of make is it? Old.
Hard to say. Probably human.
Okay. Not obviously like elvish or anything like that.
No, it doesn't have the hallmarks of
obsidian.
elvish or dwarfish make. It could be halfling. Maybe gnome. Could even be goblin or hobgoblin from some of the more advanced societies, but nothing strikes you as being particularly unique about it. It's fairly standard work.
All right. Well, let's go through and start selling stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What do you want to... You want to start with the box? Well, you want to get the carpets cleaned, I assume?
Yeah, I think Higgimus is going to take one of the rugs once they get cleaned. But yeah, how much is it going to cost to get them
100 gold piece to get them all cleaned.
all of them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. So they come back and they look fantastic. they would definitely fit into any one of your rooms, any of your chambers. If anyone wants to keep them, otherwise you can sell them.
Yeah, and
I
after
will.
we'll be taking one as well for his, from his
Anybody else?
because Lafdul likes some enmities for his life, living on a ship.
Leva,
Very
would you
crap.
like to have one for your room?
What, a rug, a carpet?
Yeah, it's a really nice carpet.
No.
Elven make.
Oh, Leva's the rough it type.
These things get dirty after a while. What happens if I do
You're a
something with
mage.
flames?
Anybody else?
You make things clean.
Have we got enough to have one each?
No, there's only 4.
There's 4.
Leva's opted out of one.
I suspect Ockar would opt out, but I don't know for sure. You can
I don't know, because Ockar...
Yeah, he might want one.
You can basically
He
mark
might.
it down as like a. I mean, you're gonna need to figure out how much they're worth because that's gonna be a cut for the crew and Yeldan.
Yeah.
So you can figure that out, and either then say he kept it, and then reduce what his cut is by the amount of the
Cost.
thing, or what. So.
All right, so we'll sell the ones that aren't being used.
Okay, so since they've been cleaned, you are able to get 700 for them
All together?
each.
Each. Okay.
For each one that we decide to...
So yeah, if you keep them,
Yeah, I'm gonna
anyone
keep
who
it.
keeps
I'm
one,
gonna keep the tally. Yeah.
yeah. And you want to sell the necklace and the box together?
Yeah, they seem like an item.
Yeah. It's a nice keeping case for it as well. Would I have to get a key made for it?
Yeah.
So you see...
So you take it to Doll's Locks and Keys, and she examines it, does some measurements, and you return the next day, and she has a small silver key, and for that she charges you 35 gold pieces.
35. Okay.
Okay, so you go ahead and sell this. Are you trying to sell this in like the great market or the lesser market, or are you trying to go to a specific dealer?
In this case, probably
a noble's merchant. This might have to be an
the great
auction.
market probably be better.
Okay. So how much are you going to try to sell it all for?
That thing in particular.
The box and the necklace.
6 diamonds.
How much is the box worth, Lafdul?
There's only a couple hundred.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it's more
So let's
often
try
than not. I think it would be a courtesy if it's like thrown in if we can get like a close to 1,000 round figure. I don't
Okay,
think
so let's do 5,000. See if we can get 5,000 for the pair.
because it's 6 diamonds. I'm slightly but they're not. Yeah, 5,000 should be right.
Who's actually trying to sell it?
I am.
I guess I'll be there to help as well.
Yeah.
Scare anybody off that might look across at it.
Okay. After some haggling, a buyer is willing to pay you 4,600 for it.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Close enough. We'll do.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hear all day. We've had that debate where we take too long to sell stuff.
And what about the Winterwolf pup pelt?
How much do you think we can get from that Lafdul?
Lafdul doesn't know.
No, I. Yeah,
Was there
that's
somebody
an-
here that dealt with
There's a furrier.
Yeah, let's
it's-
check out the furrier.
Okay.
When we go about inquiring about selling carpets, I use that as a benchmark. I know how much the carpets are worth. You seem to be going for.
This is
So
the wood pelt thing.
Yeah,
The
it's a
wolf
pelt. Let me see. I think there's a furrier, but let me actually check. I gotta search
I'm
my
looking
list.
down the
I
list.
know it's in the hundreds. And Winterwolf pelts, I know it does it in the games, but they've got like a frost element attached to them. Can they be used in crafting?
All right. So you go to Daramo's tannery,
Mm-hmm.
and that is 145. If you want to look at the map, it's in the low city, so it's gonna be down here somewhere in that section. Like
Oh, you actually labeled everything now. Okay, I see that.
yeah, there's numbers everywhere.
145.
So yeah.
It's this one right here on the corner.
Okay. So you head over there, and Daramo looks over it, and he says, "It's a bit on the small side, but it's pretty good. It's good workmanship. It's kept in good
Is
condition.
that
I could
halfling?
definitely do something." No, he's a human.
Oh, because if it's a halfling, I say it's the right size for a halfling.
I mean, you could still say it's the right size for a halfling.
No.
He could make a halfling-sized fur coat out of it and sell it to a halfling.
Yeah, no.
Or a dwarf or a gnome.
I mentioned that, might be for the smaller folk, maybe an elf or
Maybe.
halfling.
I could give you 150 for it. It's not all that often we get a winter wolf pelt through here, even if it is small.
150.
I think. No,
I'll try
considering
to
the dang-
haggle with them a little bit here.
Yeah,
how about 200?
I gotta get money back for this, you know. I suppose I could give you 160.
How about 175? I mean, how often are you going to come across one of these things? This thing almost killed me.
I mean, yeah, not too often, but at the same time, I need to be able to make money. I don't think I could go any higher than 160. I'm sorry.
All right.
So take it or leave it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
Later, Ald says, those things go for 5,000 each.
I think they go for more, but it's out of my expertise, so I can't really argue it for Lafdul's sake.
But it's also
I have
a
no idea.
pup.
Yeah.
At least you didn't go down this time instead of up.
That wasn't me.
That was beautiful.
That was a generic you. Was that I thought that was Lafdul.
Doesn't matter.
That
It
had
doesn't
been
matter.
Lafdul.
It doesn't matter.
Can't remember.
All right. So what else do you want to try and sell?
All right. So let's see if we can sell. We have these gems that we need to get rid of, and the lumps of metal.
Yeah, you want to start with the lumps of metal?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, would a jeweler be interested in any of that? Because it's like precious metal and gems together. Because I don't know if they ever take the stuff to craft it from raw materials.
I mean, there's a lot of different people who'd be interested in the metal. Certainly, I mean, you could go to regular
No, but if
smiths,
it's hand in hand together, then
jewelers.
they'll
You could also go to gold and silver smiths. They could make silverware out of it.
I'll just make the rounds.
I mean, we
guess.
just have a regular guy that we see that we saved his life.
Yeah, if you want to go visit him and try to sell that stuff, he would probably not be interested in the metal because he doesn't make his own.
You could give us
General recommendation.
Okay,
reference.
So you want to visit him, Bellis?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he still alive? He hasn't been mugged.
He is still alive, but he seems very, very distracted when you come in.
He's always distracted.
This is unusual. This seems unusual to you.
Hey, Bells. You doing all right? You seem a little off.
Oh, yes. I'm just fine. You have some gems to sell? Let me look over them.
Sure.
All right, so you pull them out, and he.
Oh, when he said he's fine, can I? There's not like a. Can I?
No, there's no insight check in this game.
No inside check.
He's not ill. I can't check for
It's-
healing.
If you don't think he's fine, I mean that's up to you as the player of your character, as whether you think he's fine, whether you think he's lying or not.
All right. Well, we'll do a little bit of business, and then I'll pry on him a little bit after he's done something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he examines your stones. Are you giving him like all of the stones?
Do we want to?
And I think
Well-
you've sold previous stones before, so you already got rid of the stuff you got from the Pirates of Giff, right? This is
Yes.
okay. This is all the
So
stuff that
we're
you got
selling
after.
we're selling all the tourmalines,
The stuff
the
that
diamond,
Lafdul
sapphire, topaz. Yeah.
Do we want to keep one diamond? I don't know this because Lever can use it for stone skin. It might be important one day.
I think.
Yeah, you'd talked
You know
about
what?
keeping one, keeping some
Yeah,
of them.
I think what I was thinking of was keeping the one for 10,000 that she can use for like 10 doses of the stone skin.
10 doses. Yes. Okay. Shall we? Is that going to be a group thing? So use it on
Yeah.
whoever needs it.
It'll be a company fund, a company issued out item.
At least for these 10, you could do it that
Yeah,
way.
no one will own them.
Okay, so you're going to keep the 10,000 gold piece one and have Lafdul grind it down to diamond dust.
Yes.
Yeah, Lafdul's like mortified at. It's like I spent ages on that.
Yeah, but you know the idea behind that potion
Spells,
vulnerability?
how-
Yeah, that would have worked with stone skin. That would have been pretty good.
If I was really, really nasty, I'd wait until Lafdul grinds it all down to 0, and then Lewa says, "I'm going to leave the group."
You could do.
That would.
Do you want any of the other gems, Leva, for anything else?
No.
No? Okay, so you're just
I
going to
don't
sell
mind.
them.
I mean, I have a fondness for sapphires, but I'm only getting an elven rug, so
Okay.
essentially.
Let me see whether I actually need anything before I say categorically say no.
Tourmalines might be used in chromatic, so they're least valuable. That would still cover the cost. Oh wait, they have to be pure gems, don't they?
They have to be one color. Some of the tourmalines are one color.
Some of them are green, I think. Some of them purple.
I don't actually need that many gems.
Do you need any
Looking
green
at
or
the-
purple ones for chromatic?
Yes and no. I have. The ones I have the least of is the violet and the blue.
Violet's what? Is that blue red or is that
Violet
Red.
is purple.
purple? Purple red.
Violet is level
Amethyst.
10, so it's still got quite a bit of time until I can actually use them.
And you can always get
I've got-
diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, just sell them if you're not lost.
Okay, so he examines each one of those in turn.
Lafdul's saying it's his work, you know.
He's
He's trying to make himself look good.
He as you're saying that, he's complimenting each one, even the ones that you didn't do a very good job on, and or that turned out to have some flaws. And he says, "Oh yeah, I'll take them all for 25,000."
is that close to what we would have had added up here?
Lafdul, give me an intelligence check.
What's a D? I'm rolling it in Twitch. Hang on. I stopped myself just before.
I've done that. It's kind of annoying.
Barely. There's 2 score below. I mean, I've got 13, so.
Lafdul, a quick mental tally. You may have misplaced a number or something like that, but you think that this is high?
High?
Too high.
What do you mean too high?
As in, he's giving you more than he should.
Yeah, he's been good to us. I don't want to rip him off.
Do you mention that out loud? Because Higgimus doesn't quite know.
He's trying
can I
to get you out the door.
Can I just have a word with Higgimus? Yeah, just 1 second. If he doesn't mind.
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah,
I want to keep some of them. That's
mentioned
fine.
Something
No,
wrong here, Lafdul?
He's giving us a little bit too much for them.
Too
It
much?
might be because he's distracted. Yeah.
Oh, what's this guy's name again?
Bellis.
Bellis. All right. Well. All right. I'll turn back to Bellis. Bellis. While I'm more willing to take this amount that you offered, we've done a lot of good business with you, don't you think?
Yes. Is it not fair? Is the price not fair?
No.
No,
It is more than fair, as a matter of fact.
I'm sorry. Let me. He goes back to looking at the
you
gems.
seem a bit distracted.
And yes, yeah. Sorry, I mistallied the numbers in my head. It should be 21,000. I'll take them for 21,000.
What was it we lost? Oh, no, just out of mental note. 400.
4,000. He said 25,000 before. Now he's saying 21,000.
All right, that seems. How much of these gems actually? Does that seem more aligned with what I think's
Give
right?
me another intelligence check. Taking into account normal cuts and that you're never going to get full value for these kind of things because they need to be resold. It's still a bit higher than you would expect, but only marginally so. So it's much more reasonable now.
No, that's fine. That seems about right. Yeah, that's. You need to be careful. That's a lot of money you can just throw away.
Oh
You
yes,
can't
yes.
really
I'm sorry. It's
afford to throw away money.
there's quite a bit going on Brawl these days.
Do
you know how
tell.
it is.
Where are we recently back? We've been away for months, half a year, almost a year.
Oh, what's going on in Bral?
Oh, well, I mean, plenty of things. I'm sure you could find out if you ask around. But I suppose one of the biggest things is that there seems to be some fighting going on between some of the guilds, some of the thieves' guilds. Nothing out in the open, but at night kind of thing.
Lafdul doesn't say that out loud, but
People are worried. There's quite a few other things. There's I hear word that there's quite a fetching singer in town who's got quite a following. I have not had a chance to visit her. I can't recall her name right now, but there's quite a few things being said about how fantastic her music and repertoire is. There's plenty of other things. Most of it not to my interest. I take no interest in the local politics, as you know. Whether someone was plotting against the prince or not, it's no matter to me.
So I was plotting against the prince?
I know nothing about that. I don't keep track, but there's something said about that. I haven't paid any attention to it.
What part of town is this? Sorry, what is it? 145.
I'm sorry.
where is this house located? I want to know what region
this is
he's.
not 145. This is
What
actually
region
not.
of
This is
town?
not one of the listed ones, so I'm not sure. If,
Feels like up here somewhere.
yeah, I think so. I'd have to go back to one of the old videos
So
because I
it's in
think
the
I've got it
Yakuza,
removed.
isn't it? Or was it the
It's
lower?
still Low Town.
Oh, so it's the Halfling Guild, as far as I know.
Well, I'll take the 22,000.
21,000.
Was it 21,000?
Yeah, so he basically writes you out a note that you can get the cash from the exchequer.
Okay.
Which
Does
is
it
normal.
seem right?
That's normal.
No, does what he's wrote out seem normal? Because
Yes.
he seems a bit distracted, that's all.
Yeah, it's the correct amount.
All
Well,
right.
not the amount, the issue.
What do you mean?
Paperwork. Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's correct.
Oh, it's like a standard document, I guess. He's just...
Does it look like he's handwriting? I think he's saying.
Yeah, if he's...
It's been a while and you didn't pay much attention to it, but it doesn't strike you
Alright.
as odd.
Alright, yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll take the deal, and then
Yeah, hand the
as
gems
we're heading out, I'll kind of turn around again, and I'll come back to him. Are you sure everything's okay?
Oh yes, everything's fine.
Took I remember you did take a break for a while last time we were here.
Oh, just needed to do some work on the old place. Needed some repairs, some maintenance. That's all. That was
you're
quite a
not
while
from
ago now.
Bral.
Hmm?
Ask him, where is he from? Not from Bral.
Oh, I'm from Bral. I had to take a business trip. Went to Realm Space. Stopped at
Oh.
Dragon Rock.
Lafdul mentioned that he's from Realm Space.
Oh, indeed.
Maybe not.
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh, talk about getting slagged off.
All right. Well, if you need anything, you can always drop a message off of the office.
Oh
And
yes,
I'll give the
I'm
address for that.
I'm fine. It's just big business deal down the pipe. You know how it is.
Oh,
Yeah, nothing for adventures of your kind to be interested in. It's gem stuff, gem business.
Can I use Thieves' Count on him? No, wait, I do that after Higgimus left. I said, I
Alright.
just need to double check something, and I'll come back in the shop and use
all right.
make up some excuse and just use Thieves' Count.
If you want to catch up, I'll be heading you over to is it a bank that we go to?
Yeah,
The extra.
yeah, I'll catch you up in a short second.
All right, so
Alright,
Lafdul, you head back in. Oh, did you
Yeah,
forget
come-
something?
Yeah, I just needed to check one of the jobs. I just come up with any other excuse. I just needed to mark down one of the cuts. Yeah, I'm just making up some kind of gibberish, and while I'm doing Thieves' Count.
Well, Thieves' Cant is basically like slang and some hand signs.
Yeah, if I can fit that in at all. Now that
What are you
Higgimus is
saying?
left.
I don't know what you're saying there, sir.
Don't worry about it.
All right. It's good to see you
I
again.
leave.
It has been
Yeah.
quite a while. Don't be such a stranger. Always bring me fine work. I'm always pleased with it.
Yeah, it's been good doing business with you.
Okay,
Hope
you
it remains that way.
take your leave.
Yeah, as I leave, take my leave and
Okay.
catch up with Higgimus.
Hmm.
It's a slight jog.
Was there something odd about him when you catch up to me last? I'll kind of turn to you. Was there something off about him?
Something seems off, but I'll have to find out
It's
later.
not too often that a merchant will mistakenly offer you way more
No, something's up.
than we're expecting.
I'm sure we'll find out in the next few days.
Hmm.
He said there's been fighting with the Thieves Guild, so who knows?
Yeah, nasty business that. Glad we're not involved with any of that.
Indeed. That looks the other way.
All right, so we'll pick up our money from the writ that we're, and then we will try to find a place to sell our raw material, precious metals.
Okay. You can go to, let's see. Trying to remember what one of the really well-known ones is. Let me see. It's in the 70s, I think. So you could go to Barduk's Smithy, Yarnak's Dwarven Arms, or Fine Armors of Bral, 71, 72, 73. They're all well known for stuff like that, and while they don't often, do work with these materials, they might, certainly one of the nobles might come in and want parade armor type thing, like parade armor type thing.
All right, I'll guess go into one of them and try to see what we can deal with.
Okay. Which one do you want to go to?
Should we just what was it? Smithy arms and
71, 72,
try
73.
73 fine armors of Bral.
Here which is the one that I dealt with before. I know I
Honestly-
dealt with one of those before.
Honestly, I don't remember.
What is this fine arms? That would be like guild, because we got precious metals. We don't have.
No, let's go
base
to
metals.
the Yarnak's Dwarven Arm.
Okay. So you go to 72. That might be the one that you went to.
Okay. Dwarven guy.
I don't remember.
Filigree?
Yeah, so it is a dwarf. He's got some apprentices, and as you enter, he says, friend Giff, what can I do for you today? I do have a fine reputation for making plate armor for your kind, if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Maybe at some other point. We recently came in from outside of Brawl. We came across some precious metals. I was wondering if you might want to take a look, see if it might be something that you could use.
I don't do too much work with that, but I do hear that one of the nobles might be interested in some parade armor. Let me take a look at what you got.
All right.
So you bring out the lumps of metal.
Yep.
He examines them. He weighs them. Taps them with a few tools. Puts them in jars of water. Yeah. What do you want to do?
All right, yeah, this seems like the standard thing. All right, never mind.
And he says, purity's pretty nice. Well, let's see. So you got some gold and you got some platinum. I suppose...
A few chunks of silver, too, is what we have.
Oh, you do have some silver?
3 chunks of silver.
Oh, right. I didn't write those down. Hold on a second. Let me get those.
Update the notes.
Yeah. I need to find where well, I'm not going to need to update the notes after this, so I just need to find what I valued them at.
Oh my goodness, Ald.
Mm-hmm.
I need to keep a lump of platinum and a lump of gold.
Okay.
Oh, is this for making your gun?
Yeah.
Do you need extra in case you screw up?
I hope I don't screw up.
Yeah, no, but like if you screw up and you need more material, do you want to just keep extra?
No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't need a whole lump of whatever those things are.
Generally, you can resmelt it.
Yeah.
You'll usually destroy the object you're working on.
Or if,
rather than-
if I have to do it again, I just have to do it again. I could buy more.
All right, how much silver did you say you had?
3 chunks.
Okay. All right, and you're only going to be selling 9 of the gold, 9 of the platinum?
Mm-hmm. But let me know how much those are so that I can calculate that into my share.
He says to you, well, I mean, the gold itself is worth about 100 each, the platinum worth about 500 each, and with these big hunks of silver, they'd normally go for 4 each if you were to actually buy them. But since you're selling, I can give you about 80 for the gold, say 400 for the platinum, and 3 for the silver. Is that agreeable to you?
That sounds fine with me.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
80 for the gold.
Yeah.
4 for the platinum.
400 for the platinum.
And how much for the silver?
3 gold pieces each.
Okay.
I mean, these value precious metals to currency is generally the same anyway, so.
Well, I mean, it's still raw materials, and
No, but how one is like equal times more valuable than the other. They have like set values.
Yeah.
That's why platinum's worth 5 times as much. That's why I believe them.
so yeah, you'd get 4,324 in total for that.
Okay.
Okay. So wandering around town, you have overheard a few people talking, and it sounds like piracy attacks have increased of late.
You don't say.
Lafdul's going to make discreet inquirements into various thief guilds.
Are you visiting your thieves guild yet?
No, not yet. Not until I got my payout. I'm not going to the thieves guild and sign that I can't pay. Jeez.
The fights that have broken out have been in the middle city.
Turf wars, usual stuff. Or...
It seems more than normal. In
We
fact,
should
like
see if there's a reward.
the watch is claiming that they're on it.
Of course.
But also the clashes have been more violent than normal, and of those involved, 5 are dead so far, which is unusual because oftentimes the clashes will not lead to death because things can be kind of like things can be papered over if there isn't a death, but once there's a death, then it's like everyone wants revenge.
How unusual is this? Because I'm actually in a thieves guild.
This is pretty unusual.
Is there like set procedures that I would know of during like guild wars or something?
I mean, the clashes
'Cause I know
happen.
I'd be called up.
You'd have to go like actually talk to the thieves guild to find out more information at this point. Because I mean, at this point, the people that you're talking to, you're not even sure. They don't know the thieves guilds.
Yeah, I
The
know.
people on the street don't
getting,
know.
like,
Other than the
rumors.
Yakuza, they don't really know the thieves guilds.
Yeah, maybe your thieves guild will hire the company Broken Sword to investigate.
Yeah, that's a laugh and laughter once.
What they can tell you is that it's definitely not the Yakuza involved.
Yeah.
Actually, give me a wisdom check.
Oh. Oh, I'm rolling it in Twitch.
Stop clicking over there, then.
I've got it paused. It's just
Okay, so given the information that that you've heard, you're pretty sure that these clashes are between your guild, the Juggler's Men, and the Red Masks. Given the locations of the fights and stuff like that. Clashes between the two are not uncommon because there has been a long-running turf war between the two. The Red Masks are trying to carve out turf from themselves out of turf controlled by the Juggler's Men and the Halflings. But the number of clashes that you've heard about so far, it's like
happening daily or weekly.
Averaging every other day. Or maybe every 3 days. And it's been going on for a few weeks now. So it's definitely something is up.
Mm. Yeah, I'll just have to find an excuse to disappear for a while.
You do
As
have
in
the hat of disguise.
No, as in visiting my thieves guild, basically. Alright, I'm carrying on with selling.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do now?
Let's see here.
Buy some wood.
Buy some what? Wood? Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, Braxon would have left a memo with us, we need so many supplies, X this, Y that. Oh, me and Leva need to do our spell component thing.
Yep, you do.
I'm sorry, what was that? We need to do what?
Your spell component thing.
Yes, okay.
Braxton's going to mostly be stuck on the ship, isn't he? Fixing stuff.
Yeah, but you're not actually doing like the work. You're directing it, so like you can very much say, all right, now this is a section that needs to be done today. I'll be back to check on the work this evening.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we were also talking about getting the stairs remade. Ockar's.
Yeah. Which is up to you.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to do now?
So I was redoing my cost, my thing. So one up.
Well, Leva has thought long and hard about leaving after what happened, and she has participated in the fight since then, and she realizes that I'm afraid, I think without the mage you'd be lost.
Indeed. We'd be horribly lost without you, Leva. Or
Yeah.
said person that you're casting a spell and would suddenly be lost. But, details.
So fireballs and other things, and etc. So she decided to sort of stay for a while longer.
Well, that's good.
Maybe you could do more like controlled experiments with your spells
Yeah.
on an asteroid somewhere.
Well, we've got an asteroid.
Yeah, I know. But we don't want that. We're trying to regrow it. We're not trying to burn it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Braxton says to Leva, yeah, you wizards like towers, don't you?
Towels.
Towers.
Oh, okay, yes.
I don't know
Right.
why, but you like towers.
Would Leva? Because she was a slave in a tower for a long time before Wood the Sea.
She wasn't in a tower, no, but she was a slave. She was sort of
Well, what I was wondering is we've got this asteroid. I wonder if there's enough space inside that we could carve an internal tower, if that's any use to you
no.
for experiments.
That's very nice, but it isn't, because the actual meaning of a tower is that it rises upwards out of the earth, and having an inside tower is not really a tower, you know.
Okay, I was just thinking you might need somewhere to do experiments and stuff. We're stopping off the laboratory, that sort of
There's
thing.
a big open cavern there, sort of. We need to get a new catapult at some point.
Yeah,
No, we don't.
We don't?
We had a couple of spares, didn't we?
Oh, we got to have a ballistas barrels.
You have a spare? Is that what you're...
Yeah, we have 2 heavy ballistas. As spares, yeah.
So you're going to replace one of the catapults with a ballista?
Oh, wait. I thought we had a catapult in here somewhere.
What's the price difference between them?
Oh, no, we will need a new catapult.
Yeah. I mean, could we not trade in and then pay the difference? Or if it's...
Well,
Yes.
can't ballistas be used at point blank range where catapults can't?
Yeah, but catapults do more damage.
And we already have 3 ballistas on the ship anyway.
We
Right.
want to keep.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll need a new catapult.
All right, that's 1,000 gold pieces.
Can we trade ballistas in? Or are we keeping the ballistas? I ask Higgimus.
I thought we're gonna arm the start arming the asteroid and building that up.
Alright, fair
Is
enough.
what the next thing is.
Okay, so you go ahead and get a new catapult purchased and delivered to your ship.
You said it was 1,000.
Yep.
Did we lose that spear? That ancient spear made out of oak? Or was that given
Don't think so.
back to the elves?
Nope.
I can't remember if that was one of their items.
No, we gave all the items back to the elves
And I don't think that was
that
one.
they specifically asked for.
Yeah, they didn't ask for that.
Yeah.
You've got those discs you got off the spell weavers. You could take them to the seekers and see if they can identify them.
Yep.
Seekers aren't really useful for identifying
No,
magic
it'd just be a
items.
mage skill to tell
okay.
you what they are.
Fair enough.
See here. I guess at some point in time, Higgimus will need to. He'll go to the seekers and give them a copy of his little memoir that he wrote up about
Okay.
the travels that you went on.
Okay. Is it vague enough that the location of the crystal sphere can't be determined from there? Or is it pretty
yeah.
specific?
Well, I mean, like, it'll say that it'll kind of keep
More of a
vague
story.
thing. It wouldn't tell you exactly how to get there. It's not going to show charts and stuff.
Okay. So the
You
only,
sit-
only,
basically
the only
out of
thing that
winter space.
anyone reading it would know is that
Is the
you
duration
left
of
winter
time.
space to get there, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. While you were visiting them, you overhear that they were apparently closed down for a while. There was some big conclave of some sort of seeker scholars, and it was closed for about a week for that event. No one really knows what it was about.
Oh.
But they had some sort of meeting.
We should get Nor to go over there.
So it's closed.
No, they were closed. They're open now.
They
This
were
was
closed.
about.
Oh,
This
okay.
was
It's
about
a
a month
rumor.
ago.
Not rumor, event.
Oh, okay.
This was about a
We
month
should
ago.
get Nor to go over there and find out what happened.
Well, Higgimus is supposedly a member of the Seekers.
Oh,
yeah, Lafdul's the only
fair
one that
enough.
isn't. That's why Lafdul's not king with Higgimus when he went
That-
there.
That's why he's giving them the information. So Higgimus will actually, yeah. When I get there, and I find out about that, I'll be like, was it about anything super important?
Oh, can't really discuss exactly what it is. Certainly, if we need your assistance for it, someone will ask for services. But it was above even my head. I don't know what it was about.
Well, I hope your organization finds my memoir here interesting.
Oh, indeed. You visited a strange sphere. You said when you brought it in.
Yes, and also included in that will be the trials that we faced on Rattle.
Yes, this would be fascinating. We'll definitely get a copy sent back to Compendium. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any information of value that you have recently procured?
Well, I mean, there's plenty of information here in the library. I mean, if you're looking for something in particular, I don't know.
Anything recent here on Brawl? Seems to be a lot of things. People acting weird recently.
It has been
We've
rather
been gone for
eventful.
about a year.
Oh, in my. I mean, there's things going on. I hear that flow fiend attacks outside the crystal sphere have been on the rise lately. No one is quite sure why. But then no one really knows much about those creatures.
We were attacked by a handful of them on the way back.
Yes, yes, I understand that quite a few ships have been sharing stories such as that. Were you able to fend them off?
Yeah, they're brutal little things.
Ah, indeed, indeed. Not everyone has been quite so successful at that. It's strange. They seem to toss people overboard for some reason. No one's sure why.
I'm not sure either.
Well,
Well,
I mean, other information, that's the stuff that we've been talking about, being strange creatures and all. We're quite interested in theories and discussing, why things are happening regarding them. We haven't paid too much attention to the local politics and stuff like that on Brawl. I'll have to ask someone else if you wanted more information about that. I do hear
Okay.
that the elves seem to be mobilizing. Don't know what that is about, however.
yeah, we did come across one of their naval ships that was being attacked by pirates while we're just outside of Brawl, actually, just a few days.
Yeah, some are saying
Giant
that
pirates.
some are saying that pirate attacks are on the rise because the elven patrols are stretched thin.
Oh,
Yeah, some
wonder why their
with this
patrols would be stretched then.
well with this mobilization that people are talking about. Don't know much about it though.
Perhaps I should find out about that. Hope to avoid any wars.
Yes, most people do. Most people do.
Well, thank you. If you
Oh no, thank
need
you
the
for
services
this.
of our
Thank you for this. This will be quite well received back in Compendium, I'm sure.
let's hope. And once again, if you need anything, we do have an office here on Brawl,
Well, we'll get in touch with
and
you. Thank you.
I'll let them know, and then I'll head off.
Okay. All right, anyone else have things that they want to do?
Well, I wonder if Lars Luigi might be interested in those round things we found.
Round
What?
things you found?
Are you talking about the disc?
Yeah.
Oh, those.
They're magical items. I thought they store magical energy for spells and such.
Oh, okay.
So there'd be something like Lafdul or Leva might use.
I don't know if it can use it. I haven't even tried. I don't know if I could.
No, I mean you haven't
I
tried.
mean, I would have had. Yeah, well, during the months, but I've not. I would have tried.
No one said anything to me about trying it.
I
I mean, I can't cast spells into them, so I mean,
Yeah, I know. I just assumed they were for wizards. That's why.
maybe one of you could take them to the mage tower and they could tell you how to use it.
Yeah.
If Love wants to do that.
Yes, I'm actually doing calculations at the moment to see whether the lever has the gold to afford anything.
You're going to get a payout in a minute. That's why I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything until I get a payout.
Do you want to calculate
Okay.
out the distribution of
Yeah,
funds?
let
at the
me do
moment?
that real quick.
All right.
I mean, does Ockar hear anything going back to the temple? Obviously, he wants to donate / destroy those cursed items.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna have him play out the actual
All right.
that, but he would pay a visit, and after he would get the money, he would go tithe and stuff like that. So I'll make sure that gets done. But visiting.
How much is this tie?
10%.
Of all his money that he gets?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
So after visiting the his temple, he returns, and he does share with you that there's apparently a rumor going around that residents have been disappearing from Brawl. Somewhere between
Oh.
10 and 20 have vanished. They're not the usual crew members
Nobodies.
who may have shipped out and didn't tell anyone or anything like that. They're actual residents. Family
Wow.
members, a wife or a husband, sometimes a kid or grandparent of merchants and other workforce who live on
Seemingly at random, I think.
yeah,
We should check on that.
no one's figured out any connection. And it's been going on for a little while.
Can we get a map of Bral and put it up in Higgimus's office and put like dots where people have been kidnapped or something?
Well,
See if we can see a pattern.
no one knows really where they've gone missing.
We know where they live, though, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, you could do that, but most people do go out. So, and
Yeah, I suppose so.
None of their places were broken into.
Right.
Maybe the locks were picked or something like that, but there was no forced entry. No, I mean, no one is saying that, and they, if you bring it up in conversation, people would be like, I think someone would have mentioned something if a door had been smashed in or something. So yeah, that's strange. So
Yeah.
but some people are also pretty sure that some of them disappeared while they were out and about going shopping and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
there's no one's been able to determine any kind of pattern or location, and it does appear to be happening in the low city and the middle city.
Is it people
Right.
without families or?
No, one or two have gone missing with families, but at the same time, if they don't have families, then they're less likely to be missed. So it's possible,
Oh, yeah.
if you bring this up to someone that you asked, they would kind of be like, maybe there's a few more who've gone missing and people just haven't realized it because they didn't have family.
No one took attention.
Yeah.
To it.
Mm.
He also says that a local merchant was discovered plotting against the prince. He was put on trial and then executed.
Not jettisoned.
Not
or-
jettisoned, executed, because this was
Oh.
plotting against the prince. And the weird thing about this is something that Ockar would have heard as well, is that just before he was executed, the person seemed to go insane, start spouting gibberish and crazy things right before he was actually killed. Most people chalk
Does
it up
anyone know
to a last ditch attempt to get a reprieve.
Can I roll spellcraft to know if that's a common act of someone trying to? Maybe a spell was used.
No, because you can't see.
Does
you
anyone
can't
know
see the
what he
spell.
actually said?
So
What
it
is
varies,
there?
but it was, something about them making him do it and them making him watch so many murders. Again, most people are chalking this up to an attempt to get out of the, the execution.
Is the body still around?
No.
Because Lafdul could have a chat with him.
That sounds wrong.
You've had a chat with dead people before.
Yeah, but don't make it out like it's a thing.
Well, it is a thing. You have the power to talk to people that are dead. So you could find out who really.
Lafdul could
did
talk to a
this.
war and you would believe him.
Yeah.
You should do this. You should do this.
Yeah, I know. I realised as I said it. I'm actually changing up my spells.
Did I check up at the office?
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing of note, but your secretary did also share news again about the elves seeming to mobilize. She's heard about that.
All right.
Braxon's going to say to Higgimus, look, I know you were annoyed with the pragmatic order of thought before, but if people are being kidnapped, there could be slavers at work here. And they are the people that would be able to know.
Are you
Well-
saying this to Higgimus at the office in front of her,
In front of who?
the secretary?
Secretary. No, I'd take him in the back office.
Okay.
Well, I think we should touch bases with the elves here to find out why they're mobilized. Maybe they might have some more intelligence about what's going on.
Yeah.
I know your feelings on the pragmatic or the thought, but I think a lot of these disappearances might have something to do with. Was it common knowledge about the Thieves Guild thing, Ald?
Yeah.
I think it might have something to do with the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild fighting amongst themselves. That's the reason why these people are disappearing.
You think they're all thieves, or you think thieves are assassinating people?
I think that might have something to do with it. Of course, making people watch that sounds like a cult thing.
Yeah.
Killings. If it was slavers, they wouldn't be necessarily just flat out killing people. I mean, that's.
Well, no, people
I
would
mean,
disappear.
bluntly, I
wouldn't they?
mean that.
If people
that would
disappear.
be-
Sorry.
I mean, bluntly, I mean that would be destroying your product.
If people disappear, they're either being sold, murdered, eaten.
I think there might be something with what that person was saying when they were executed. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what Ockar was talking about. I think maybe talking with some of our contacts here in city might be a good place to start. Large Luigi usually has his head, or Higgimus gets
An eye
confused
on
for a
thing.
minute. His ears start to twitch. He'll start to say ear to the ground, but then he'll say head, and then he'll say.
Well, he is a head.
I said head, and then I'll pause for a minute, and then he
Braxon
usually
says
hears
he
what's
is a
going
head.
on.
Braxton says he is a head.
Yeah. He should
Kinda
hear
cool.
what's going on. He usually knows.
Maybe.
And yeah, definitely check with the elves when we get a chance.
Well, I think we might want to go to the pragmatic order of thought if it looks like it's slavers. But we can investigate the other things first if you want.
I think we can handle many other things without getting involved with them. And after that conversation, Higgimus, was there anything else you wanted to say about the Braxon?
No. Let's get the elves out of the way then.
Yeah. I'll also ask Eleanor.
Mhm.
Essilor, sorry, Essilor's her name. I'll ask her if she's heard anything about these rumors of people disappearing and that sort of thing.
She says, a little bit, not too much. One thing that I did hear was in Showtown, just about a month ago at night, some strange creature was killed. Some Giff happened to be leaving a nearby tavern. I heard it was a disgusting beast with like flayed skin or something like that. They just happened to be right there, and it smashed through a building. The fight caused so much damage that the building eventually collapsed. But I think I've heard of a creature like that before, maybe over a year ago. I don't know. It seemed familiar. That's the only thing that
Flayed skin?
Yeah, it was just what I heard. I mean, I didn't see it myself.
About a year ago. I'll think through my head. Have we come across anything like that before, Old?
If you don't remember it, then you don't remember it.
Yeah. Do you remember anything about that, Braxon? Anything with a flayed skin?
Flayed skin.
It apparently smelled awful.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but
No.
All right. I'm gonna pay a visit to the elves. Did I send them the message? Requesting time to visit them.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would have when you docked, you would have indicated that you wanted to meet them. Otherwise, they would have come and said, "Can you come at such and such time to have a meeting?" Because you
Okay.
did escort one of their ships back.
Okay. So
And we should
I guess
take
I'll meet
Lafdul.
with them whenever that time is that I suggested.
We should take Lafdul.
All right.
Because Lafdul interrogated the pirates of
I did.
Giff. You spoke to all the dead people,
Oh yeah.
and you got the information out of them. And if you relate exactly what they said, they might pick up something else.
Okay,
Alright.
so you three want to go, or what?
I'll offer Leva if she wants to come as well.
Yeah.
Let her know what's going on.
Yeah, she'll come with.
Okay.
She's a bit absent at the moment. She's still calculating. Sorry.
We should see if
I'll-
Ockar wants to come.
Yeah, I'll put on my dress clothes for this.
All right,
Oh,
Ockar will be at his temple.
Right.
It's been a while since he's been to his temple, so he feels the need to spend some time in prayer,
Cleanse the spiritual palate.
etc. All right, so you head to the Elven Embassy in the Elven Forest. You meet again with Lieutenant Commander Ilanasis Philarainen.
Still the same rank.
Yeah, she is still the same rank. And she says, good to see you again, those who sold our treasures. Little bit of a subtle dig, smirk kind of thing. She then says, on behalf of the Imperial Navy, I do wish to thank you for your assistance of the Sparrowhawk and escorting it back to Bral. It would have been a grave loss of life and equipment to have lost the vessel. We are quite grateful.
Once she finishes, I'll say, yeah, we couldn't leave them to be destroyed by those giant pirate nasty critters.
Yes, which reminds me, I do believe that vessel had a bounty. You may want to check on that. I believe the Potts had a bounty on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, you had you've been gone for quite a while. We did receive word of your assistance in Winter Space, taking care of some pirates of Giff, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was on a trip to investigate some items that you found with the elven jewelry. Do you have a report on that?
Yeah, I can. I haven't had a chance to make a copy of it, but I did make a memoir. I can have it sent to you after it's been completed, unless you have somebody here that would be able to make a copy of it.
We can wait for the copy. That is fine.
Mm-hmm. The most important thing we learned, well, Lafdul learned, he spoke to several dead Giff, pirates Giff, and he's figured out why they're trying to attack elven ships specifically. So I don't know if the message got out yet, but we've been trying to pass it on to any elves we meet, and we'll continue to do so for the next few years.
Yes, we have. We did get that information, and do appreciate that. It has definitely been appreciated by our high command. Thank you very much.
Right. Perhaps there's a way to defeat it, or perhaps there's a way for you to use this thing yourself.
Oh yes, I mean we will be, of course, looking into that. Our wizards or priests. I do not know anything about that sort of work, however. Was there anything further that you wished?
We've heard a lot about the Elven Armada mobilizing. Is there anything that we should be cautious about? Is there something impending that perhaps...
It should not be an issue here. We've had some goblinoid attacks, increased goblinoid attacks in some of the more distant spheres. It just requires shifting some ships around. Unfortunately, as you may have heard, and of course your encounter with the Frostfire, I believe it was, it did indicate that some of our patrols have been stretched a little thin. The Pots are maintaining bounties for some pirate vessels, if you are interested in that sort of work.
Okay. If it stops them attacking your ships,
Well, I mean, it would attack.
be good for you and good for us.
Stop them attacking anyone's ships.
Yeah.
True. Also, there's been another bunch of rumors where there's been a bunch of people disappearing here on Bral. Has that affected your quarters as well?
No, it is not. I am not too familiar with that. It's mostly an internal Brawl issue. I do believe that there has been some negotiations between the Admiral, or not negotiations, some discussions between the Admiral and the Prince. I heard that there was an assassination attempt made on Ilana Kozar. I know very little about that. I heard that the thinking is that it may have been the Red Masks trying to create some disruptions here on Brawl. I believe the Prince may have been requesting some magical assistance in the matter, but I know nothing more than that.
Do I recognize that name?
Ilana Kozar?
Yeah.
She's
yes.
part of the royal family.
Yeah, she's part of the royal family. She is the widow of the previous prince, whose name I'm forgetting right now, who died under mysterious circumstances. Some people say that the current Prince Andrew killed him. Whether that is true or not has never been proven, and of course the current prince would not exactly like investigations into that sort of thing. She has a son as well.
Mm-hmm.
But certainly a murder of her would spark some tensions. I mean, there are factions in the city and stuff like that, so...
No, it wasn't along the lines of where I was thinking.
Was there anything else that you can think of, Braxon?
Well, no, not really. I was just wondering if they needed to do anything. But I think if we take care of the pirates, it means they don't have to take care of the pirates, so that might free them up for something. We're not planning on going on any out-of-sphere voyages at the moment, as far as I know. But if we do, would you mind us checking in with you, see if there's anything you need?
That would be fine.
Any assistance you need with Elven fleets in that area?
That would certainly be fine. We do appreciate the assistance that you've already given.
Anytime. It's always a pleasure to help elves.
So, these last two assistances, I will tell you, have, in their eyes, taken care of one of the favors that you owe them.
Right.
1 down, 3 to go. 2 to go.
Two to go.
Braxton's not even going to ask.
Right. No, and I'm telling you this more out of character.
Oh yeah.
So.
No, as far as Braxton's concerned, when we get even, he'll still do them favors because they'll do us a favor later.
It's better to incur favors and then use as favors for other things rather than the other way around.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
When
you know
can
where our office...
When can we expect the report from you? Do you think?
How long would it take me to make a copy in my head?
Probably a day.
I mean, if you want to make a full copy of what was basically a book, I mean, because that's what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many pages was it, would you say?
I don't know.
Like, was it a folio of just 10 pages, or were you actually thinking of like 100 pages detailed narrative, or was it more, simple, detailed? I mean,
Actually, you know what? I think it would have been a detailed narrative, and I would have, however much I could have gotten written down in between times for those how many months did it take us to fly back?
3 months.
3 months time.
Yeah, give or take.
So
I mean,
however
well, like, do you think that you would have written?
small novella.
So, are you thinking 20 pages or 50 pages?
20
or somewhere in
pages,
there?
somewhere around there. 20,
Okay.
25 pages.
It would still probably take you many days of straight work,
I'll tell her that.
because you haven't been writing all that long in your life.
Yeah, but he could dictate,
You could.
and Leva could write. She's a good writer.
Does Leva
And
know
fast.
common?
Yeah, she taught.
She does. She
she-
doesn't know
yeah, you do.
Elvish.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I
I'm
forgot.
teaching her Elvish. She's teaching me common still.
I forgot that.
Nor Ferret can write, can't he?
Yeah.
So he's on our staff. So you could read out the book to Leva and Nor. They could write
It
two
might
books at the
cost
same
a
time.
little.
Or you could hire the Seekers to write out multiple
I
copies.
know someone.
I mean, because it basically depends on whether you want to give them a copy of that or whether you want to write a separate report that's shorter and less detailed or something like that.
You know what? No, I'll just give him a copy of that. I can have it to you in like you said like a few days.
Yeah, you could do it in a few
Yeah.
days if you. I mean,
A few days.
This is the copy.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, especially if you have other people help you.
A few days. It'll take a few days to make a copy of it.
All right, thank you.
Braxon says to Higgimus, if we're going to have people writing books that we need to give copies of to people, and we're going to have long journeys in space, that might be a time when people could write copies in their spare time.
Yeah. I had only
we've
made
got-
one. I didn't think about
Oh,
that.
yeah. No, I'm not saying it's criticism. I'm just saying, I've just realised that if we're going to give a copy to the Seekers, we could maybe give a book to Nor and say, can you please make a copy of this book because we're giving it to the Seekers?
Here's a question. No, it's more to Higgimus and Braxon. Doesn't a quartermaster keep notes of stuff in general? Shouldn't we hire a quartermaster and have them do it?
I think technically, wasn't Braxon like kind of our quartermaster as well?
Yeah,
Maybe.
but
Maybe.
someone that's an officer.
Well, I will look to the elf and I'll tell her. Well, if you need anything else, you know where our office is. You can send a message to there, and I'll get it.
All right, will do.
Thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you.
And I'll bow up.
Thank you for your assistance. And you are guided out by one of the junior officers.
Now, what were you saying, Lafdul?
No, I was just thinking I know a scribe. Maybe I haven't visited him since I come back, and it might cost you a little, but you'd have it done in a day, probably, maybe 2, if you really want it short. But I guess they said a handful of days. It's fine now. You've
Yeah,
kind of arranged it.
I can work on that. Get more practice on. And I guess I'll ask Leva if she can help me out with a little bit. She has
Sure.
time.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm
So you get
going to
a.
visit that.
Well, hold on. You get a copy of that written up and sent over to the elves. Total, that will be. I believe it'd be 20 gold for the paper. I don't remember how much paper costs, so I'm just going to go with that. And then basically 2 gold for a delivery courier type person to deliver it.
All right.
Okay. In the next couple days, you also hear that apparently the arena of Frun, the arena theater thing, has been rented out. Some point in the future, no one's entirely sure exactly when it's going to be happening. But some sort of wandering space carnival has rented it out. Basically an advanced person arrived to negotiate some rentals, that and the space around at the festival grounds as well.
That's something Lafdul would investigate.
Left on to try renting out places elsewhere. That someone you heard said that they're going off to Peertel. Whether they're going to rent there or what, you don't know. But right now, there's no signs up or anything like that. This is more like rumors that have come out of castle servants kind of thing. So exactly what the date on that is, no one's entirely sure. But there's definitely some people excited. You know, something like a wandering carnival is pretty interesting.
No, because the reason why I've got an interest in it, because that fits my temple kind of grouping, that they kind of travel wandering acts, or so I seem to be gathering.
Yeah, it's something.
I mean, I don't know out of character, but in character I would know.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to keep in mind.
If they've hired areas, it's a sort of forested area along the. Well, I hesitate to use the word southern, but the edge at the bottom of the map.
Basically, just the fields around the basically, well, oops, it helps if I'm actually on the that. Basically, it's like this area,
yeah,
and then the festival grounds. That
right.
The rumor
down
says
to the market.
Yeah, that's what the rumors say has been rented out.
Right.
The rumor is fairly loose right now. No one even knows what the name of this group is.
So Braxon says to the others, we've got 8 weeks' work fixing the ship, so we're either going to stay here for 2 months and not hire a ton of crew, or we're going to do repairs on the move.
Well, it seems like we have a bunch of things that we can figure out here.
Yeah.
There's that carnival that's going to be here. When did you say it was going to be here again? I apologize.
I didn't. No one knows.
A few months.
No one knows. Okay. There might be a carnival that might be worth seeing.
Yeah.
Lewa wants to get the control words for the wands.
Yeah, Lafdul's going to have to figure out his.
How much is that going to cost?
Per attempt, isn't it?
You basically have to do item research to get that, or I'll double check to see if there's a higher level spell that Ockar used to identify some items that might get it, but I'd have to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure.
I think it'd be good if we could figure out who these people are that are going missing, and if they're part of some rival war, or whether they're just innocent people.
All right. So how about this? We got a couple things going on. We need to get the ship repaired. We don't really have a job outside of this area here. Leva's got to do her research, and yeah, I agree with you. Probably want to figure out what's going on in our home city. See what's happening here with these people going missing.
Yeah,
that might be something. We need to check with Large Luigi to see what he's got as far as information. And I suppose, Braxon, we should check in with the Pots to see if there is a reward for that ship that we destroyed.
Yeah. If you're lucky, they'll have sent that guy in charge somewhere else.
Maybe.
Because I think
I'll leave that part to you. Just don't
Okay.
accept any jobs without getting the rest of us okayed first.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. With our ship, there's a couple of things I've been thinking about. One is seeing if we could make it easier for Beowulf to get up and down the stairs. That'd involve stripping the stairs out, getting new stairs put in.
All
We
right.
might
Handling the
need to get an
stairs.
external person. Yeah. Well, might need to get an external person in to help with that.
You wouldn't. You can
No,
do
We
that.
wouldn't.
Just
Okay.
it's literally just angling the stairs.
Well,
so
no, but I mean,
it's
you're
not
a ship's
spread out.
carpenter. You're a ship's carpenter. You know how to build stairs. You just need to
All right.
be in port so you can get the proper materials.
Fair enough. The other thing was the accident that Lever had with the carrying out a spell research on the ship. There might be a way we can make her area more safe.
Well, if you can figure out a way to do that, I'm fine with that.
Well, I'd have to sit down with Lever, but if there's anything we can do to make it safer for her to carry out experiments, that's something I think we should look into.
That will be perfect. Yes.
The third thing I've been thinking about, which I can't quite rack my mind on it, is maybe, and if maybe we don't have the money to do it now, but maybe there's some sort of plating or device we can get for protecting our crew, for stopping boarders getting on nets or something. I mean, we've had occasions where we've had a lot of crew lost.
In over the side rigging.
Yeah, I don't exactly know. Yeah, I'm just thinking there are probably options out there, and again, I don't want to just go out there and spend money without talking to other people.
You decide on that will have an adverse effect, because the more it prevents someone falling out, the easier it is for someone to come into the ship, because there's stuff to climb onto.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's bound to be trade-offs, but Braxon, I am more than willing to hear you out if you can come up with something and
Okay.
weigh out the cost and benefit analysis. I think
Well,
the next time we do hire a crew, I think I'm going to look for more experienced people.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea as
Place
well.
Yeldan.
Or
As the trend has started to come across,
rather than more experienced crew, you probably be looking at crew who are not just sailors but also warriors, people who are
Actually
have
able to fight.
essentially
Yeah.
like dual mandate of crewing the ship and fighting.
yes,
Because the people that you were hiring were plenty skilled, they just weren't the best warriors.
I'm guessing what I'm trying to say, Ald, is the next level up for crew.
Well, we'll discuss what you want and how much that'll cost off screen.
Yeah. So people more able to help defend the ship and the themselves.
Yeah.
Or be able to hold their own.
Yep.
So those are the things here that we probably need to work on. And plus, there's probably going to be more work on the asteroid that we're going to.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing.
So real fast, because it is about time to end the session. Braxon, did you want to head over to the pots and talk to them, get in that, get the reward for the bounty for that pirate ship?
We'll have taken something, won't we? Or maybe they'll just trust us. I don't know.
I mean, the
elf saw us.
Yeah, the elf saw you. They know it. They can testify for you.
Well, Lever will go with Braxon.
Okay.
Yeah.
For this.
All right. So you make your way to visit the pots, and
Braxton says to Lever on the way, "I'm glad to have you coming with me to the pots. I was actually thinking of joining them before that trouble before."
Okay. Yeah, they did make a good impression there. So against slavers, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
All right. So you pay a visit, and you meet with with Royard, who had been on your vessel during that incident.
His other promotion.
And yeah, in fact, he has. You go in and he greets you. Ah, my friend Braxon and Leva, how are things going with you? It's been quite some time since I last saw you.
Well, we've been off a bit, going to other places.
Yeah, we just arrived back from about almost a year.
Yeah.
On the road, yes.
How have things been going? How have things been going with you?
Well, let me tell you, we did look you up some months back, about 6, 7. We had a big slaver ring that we took care of out in one of the asteroid clusters. Mostly humans. I think it was mostly the 10th Pit involved in that. Could have used your help, but we made do without. He gives you kind of a friendly grin and wink. However, they 10th Pit did not seem to like our disruption of their activities. You remember Carowith? He was in charge of the operation that you worked with. Oh,
yeah.
They murdered him.
Hmm.
The company, the Chalice, is working with us to try and figure out exactly which agents did it. If you ever come across any information, we'd be more than happy to take that and use that to bring the murderers to justice.
Yeah, we can listen around a bit.
Yeah, we'll keep our ears open. We've heard a lot of people have been going missing.
Yes. That's we're definitely looking into it. Haven't heard anything about the 10th Pit being involved, although certainly they may. Right now, the Bral guards the magistrates' guards are looking into it.
Right. So no rumors that that's slavers.
Well, I mean, there's always rumors, no concrete information.
We did actually have a run-in with some pirates on the way in.
Yes,
and,
I know. I heard.
The elves we helped said,
the elves.
You guys have a reward on the ship we destroyed.
The elves sent a message over that should you stop in, they were testifying that you took out the Frostfire, which we do have a bounty on. He pulls out a printed sheet of paper that has a number of names on it. Yeah, it's been printed on a printer. Well, I mean, not on a.
That's why
they have printing presses here. They have printing presses.
Yeah.
The manual ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other bounties?
Indeed. In fact, you can have this copy. He hands it over to you. You see on it, Royard has already crossed. He's already crossed off the Frostfire on the list. Which had a bounty of 7,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
Looking over it, you see that the list includes a hammer ship named the Barracuda and the hammer ship named Rampage. The first one has a bounty of 8,000. The second one has a bounty of 10,000. There's also a galleon by the name of Nex with a bounty of 10,000, and some sort of small groundling ship with a bounty of 5,000. They don't know what type it is, but it's.
Can we get a list of this later?
Raven. Yeah, sure.
Oh, brilliant! Thanks.
And then he also hands you an official writ that you can cash in with the exchequer for the 7,000 gold piece bounty.
Thanks very much. So, how long ago was Kerowith murdered?
5 months ago, I think it was.
Right, so the leads might have grown cold a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure he's been murdered, or has it just disappeared?
Oh, he was murdered. I saw his body myself.
Okay.
It was a clean kill, at least. It was a clean kill. He did not suffer, but it was not pleasant.
Did you manage to get a cleric to talk to his body?
No, unfortunately we were not able to do that.
Right.
He seemed to be, he was actually murdered from behind, stabbed in the back.
Right, so he probably wouldn't have seen anything anyway.
No, we don't believe so. But yes, if you should come across any information, we'd be more than happy to take that. Well, it was good seeing you again, and should you encounter any of these pirates, please do let us know if you should take them out. We'd be most grateful.
We'll
Yeah,
give our
we-
best.
The company of the Chalice and the Pots together are putting up these bounties.
Oh,
I've
right. It's
heard that,
combined operation.
Yes. In part because the elves have something going on. Don't know much about it, but they've been pulling out quite a few ships from the area. I think 24 have been through Bral in the last few months already.
Oh,
Right. So they're coming in from other spheres and
Yeah,
going
getting
through.
resupplies and stuff. Yes.
Right.
Oh, before you go, a funny story.
Mhm.
I heard that some tinker gnomes tried to set up a colony on Radel. Cannot imagine that went over well with the Radel authorities.
Oh,
it
Radel.
was a good laugh we got when we got that news.
almost worth going there to check it out.
Yeah.
Well, it was good seeing you again. Do stop by, and we'll let you know if we have any more need for your assistance on some more slaver
Okay.
rings or anything of the nature.
So, apart from these ships you're looking for, have you got any ideas of other activities that slavers are carrying out? Do they have any known asteroid bases or anything?
No, things have been pretty quiet. As it goes when you disrupt a slaver ring, it takes a while to figure out where they've moved their operations.
Yeah.
So we don't have much news on that right now. We're still looking into it to see where they, those who escaped and others have moved to. But certainly, should we need some assistance, we'll call on you. You've aided us well in the past.
Thank you. Because we caught some on Green Shield earlier, but it's like we can't tell where they're coming from.
Yes, we did hear about that. We were appreciative of that. Didn't have much information on them, so you may have disrupted them before they became too big. Good work.
Be good.
Maybe we can go through our old reports of them, see if there's any information that's useful to you.
That would be nice.
Okay, I'll have a word with our captain, see if he's got anything written down.
All right.
Thanks very much for the writ, and thanks very much for the chat.
Yes,
And,
and for the information and stuff.
Yes, it was good
So
seeing
I'm
you again,
s-
my friends. It was good seeing
I'm
you.
sorry to hear about Kerowith. Do you think you've got rid of your bad apples now? Because I know you had.
Yes, we're pretty sure that Temeladane was the one who was a problem.
Right.
I haven't had too many problems. Certainly, the mission 6 months ago went off without a hitch. They had no warning. Some did escape, but it's kind of to be expected sometimes.
Yeah.
But yes, we're pretty sure that things are good here. And yes, thank you for your kind words about Kerowith. He was a good man.
If
He
you
would be
need
missed.
if you need to talk to any dead people again, then just let us know.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in
Just-
mind. I'll keep that in mind.
Sounding out Lafdul. I think Lafdul's sneezing somewhere. There's someone talking about me.
Exactly.
And
I didn't mention your name at all, not once.
You know,
And
there is
if-
a mage spell of that.
if you're ever worried about infiltrators in the future, our man Ockar's good at spotting evil people.
Hmm.
Well, the company of the Chalice has some paladins in their service too, so we've
Yeah.
used them on occasion. But there's magic that can hide that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. There certainly is. Okay, thank you very much. Braxon shakes Ryde's hand.
All right, he does the same with you. He offers his hand to you, Leva.
She shakes his hand.
Okay, and you return. Well, we'll go ahead and call that a session then. Let me total up some experience points. And next session, Lafdul's definitely going to need to pay a visit to his
Yeah, I was.
guild.
I couldn't do nothing until I get paid. So
I mean,
Money.
well,
We got some more
you
money.
knew you were going to get a lot of money, so unless they came at you with like a 10,000 gold piece bill,
I've got like 100 gold on me.
right? But we could have said this is going to happen after the split is figured out. But we're doing this now. I mean, we can figure out the amount. But there was plenty of other stuff to do. All right, so let's see. That is going to be
So what you're saying is next week's not a good week to take a day off.
Why, did you want to?
No.
It's definitely
No,
not. Definitely not. At least not if you want to get some information from the...
No, I want to find out more information about Levis Master, because it's been like a year now. She must have come up with something.
Must have, you say?
Wow. I did pay like 1,000 gold in total, I think. 2 lots of 500. And she's ripping me off. I found out she's been killed, or... Yay, investments. I still want that information about the slavers, the Masters of Irons. The initials WA or something.
Right.
So on my character sheet.
We will quickly go back to the others, and we'll say that we've learnt that. Well, we'll pass over the list of ships that we can hunt down. They've got bounties on them.
On like potential job openings.
Yeah. So even if we were just pottering around, we might find one of those ships. But we'll also pass on the news that... Yeah.
That wasn't even intentional. Because we're hired out by the parts.
No.
You didn't even realise.
That was an auto joke. We'll pass on the information that the pots have tracked 20 elven ships passing through Bral space on their way somewhere else, come into Bral to get resupplied.
Wait, what?
You said 20 ships coming in.
2 dozen.
2 dozen, sorry.
2 dozen is often just used for a general number of size. Yeah.
24.
Well, yes, but... I think he may have said about 2 dozen. All right.
2d12.
Experience points wise. This is going to be for Braxon and Higgimus, 5,415. And for Lafdul and Leva, 4,875.
Oh my.
4,800. Why do I get such horrible numbers to divide in half?
5,415.
Yay, another floating point.
No, mine was dissolved.
And to make it even more complicated, I got 10% of like half the amount.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good times. Maths. They're fun.
And people wonder why I never put in my XP until like many minutes after.
So is anyone going up a level?
No.
I am a good while away.
I'm still typing.
Okay, Ockar's not getting as much of that because he wasn't here. Let me see if that would actually take him up a level.
Soon.
TM.
Very soon now.
Level's gonna have 5th. What? He's leveled or not?
Well, no, I'm looking at Leva's. You're like 1,700 or 1,650 away or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
And the next few times we probably get very few XP. So
I'm only 100,000 XP away from leveling up.
Oh yeah, you'll get that next time. That's no problem.
Yeah, can we go around the streets and start punching some people?
Imagine how many you'd have to how many pedestrians you'd have to kill for the XP to get that. Quite a few. All right, let me just take a real quick look at Ockar, because if he got enough to go up a level, then that's probably what we're going to be doing first next time.
That means you'll roll his hit points because you'll get higher.
No, I'm not.
You get what? He will not forgive you.
Yeah, he went up a level.
Oh, he
went up a level. Wow.
He went up a level. So that'll happen. That'll happen at the beginning of next session. So, I'll have him roll on screen, or unless he just takes the 5, and see if he wants to, and have him do anything else if he gets any proficiencies or whatnot. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for playing, and thanks everyone out there for watching. Not sure yet when the new players will be joining us, a new player. You know, it's going to depend on a lot of elements. But certainly we're back in Brawl now, so it should be pretty easy to insert them into the game. So
I suppose if we're doing loads of different leads, we could bump into anyone at any point.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Lafdul still quite a ways away from going up any levels, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what happens when you use 50,000. You
Yeah,
get higher hit points, though.
I know. All right, well, thank you guys once again for playing, and thanks everyone out there for watching. See you next time.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for the game.